Testing. Okay, just want to make sure the mic is working. Let me turn the mic towards me. Maybe that will help. Testing. Okay. Doing a short recording. MallinCam StarVision. Lunt152. Single pressure tuner running at about 0.65 angstrom. Right now the pressure in the pressure tuner is around 12.5 psi. I'm going to see if I can increase it or decrease it and see if it makes a difference. I'm going to raise it up to 13. Got a little brighter, but I don't know if that improved the surface detail. Go to 13.5. It's 14. Can't see if that's improving or what. Let me. Atmosphere is not that steady today. And right now, there's nobody watching the show. Let me change the black level to -45. Some pretty nice detail. Too bad there's nobody watching. I guess everybody's on their way to take a Labor Day vacation. Let's see what happens when I increase the exposure time. Oh, and there's no crumbs. Let me turn black level off. And there's one there. that's nice. I'll go to the negative. I can see there's a filament arching. Click black level off. Just play with gamma and hi, Connie. Glad you could stop by. Just playing with the new camera. I'm trying to tweak some more detail out of it. I'm at 150. There's 200. Or zoomed in 2x. Oh, the love bugs are out like crazy. There's a lot of detail in the prominence. Rock was saying when I talked to him this morning that he hopes. Oh, hopefully just routine and nothing major. We've run the gauntlet of all the doctors since getting back from Canada. Had to delay everything for at least a month while we're on the road. Rock's doing, sounded okay when I talked to him this morning. But who knows? But he looks good, you know. Starting to zoom in even more. That's 250. It's starting to show a little pixelation at that zoom level. What does it look like in a positive? And the exposure is 30 milliseconds. Pretty short exposure. But you can see there's material that's been ejected heading up and arcing down towards the surface. There's a little bright knot about halfway from the main prom to the top. And a little slender filament of material. And if more or less exposure will show that. I increase the exposure. Now let me go to the negative. Now I'm at 42 milliseconds. me see what it looks like at ludicrous. That's 400. This is 1000 zoom. I don't know if it will even show up. No, maybe it won't. Maybe back up a hair. That's 500. I wonder how much I can zoom in. That is 600 times. That's a little bit, boy, these love bugs are like crazy. I think that's too much. I'm just back to a normal 400 times zoom. Are you still seeing the prominence? Did it go to normal view? Yeah, it's working. I'm trying all kinds of stuff to try to get the parameters so we can actually read the text on the screen of the broadcast. I'm pushing the NSM broadcast. Like Rock does, he tries to break it. So what can he do? So what else do we have around the limb? Let's see. Anything on the bottom? Nothing major. Let me move over to the might have to try increasing exposures. It looks like there's something there, but oh, they're small. I just boosted the exposure and they barely changed. So let me see what's near the top. I wish I could put the scope control on the same monitor as I guess I could get the hand controller over here and use it. There's really not a lot on the sun today. Somebody was commenting about that earlier on the Solar Activity Facebook page. Yeah, I'm pushing the exposure way up, and yeah, there is just nothing. So let's go back to the surface. Oops, gotta re-engage the black level. Nope. Yeah, there's a bunch of spots. Okay, let me see if I can center the sun again. Okay, now let me try to not overexpose everything. I had it better earlier. Okay. Yeah, so you got the two of them at the top at about 9:30, and you have one at the very bottom around 4 o'clock. And where's the other one? So there's the two. Let me try to tweak focus. I think atmosphere is going to kill the ability to tweak focus. Actually, do they count that lower right sunspot as one or two? Because it's got two lobes. Oh, so this one at 2585 is considered one. 2586. Do I even see 2586? So that's considered one sunspot right there. Okay. I'm looking for the ones in the center. And I see the one down here at the bottom right. Coming on the limb. And that one is 2580. But where's 2581? Is that picture from today? I don't see 2581. Now I'm looking for the ones that are in the center. They must be small. Let me try negative view. Oh, those are, I don't see them. They're minuscule. Oh, they should be right about here. Because they're right in between. Hmm. Oh, that's okay. This one at the bottom is 2580. Well, maybe that's no, it's 2581. Maybe I'm flipped. Let me do an inverse. A Okay. So there should be one coming on down at about 4 o'clock, or actually going off at 4 o'clock. Let me zoom in. See if I can tweak anything to get it to. Boy, is it getting hot in here today. So it's 95 degrees here at 11:30. I'm hot. Let's see. I am confused. I think I have the orientation right for to match the solar activity. Yeah, I do, because there's another sunspot. If you look at that 2585 picture on that page you gave me, closer to the limb and above it, there's another little smaller spot, and I can see that on my view. It's almost on the limb. 67 degrees. Oh, wow. Send it, please. Oh, wow. 30 degrees different. So my orientation is the same. So straight across is going to be so somewhere in the middle has got to be. So if I put that's 81 at the very top right. So somewhere right there in the middle has got to be 86. Okay, let me start playing around with some settings and see if I can push something out. I don't know. Those spots are real small. If I don't see them. No, it's not. No, the Extreme Exterminator has a sensor that's much more sensitive than this camera, without a doubt. For those that want to have a nice computer-controlled camera, single wire, no need for a secondary power cable like the Attic Infinity has. This is everything is built all in one, so you don't need to have extra cabling. It does work well. Yeah, some people just like that. Playing with the color, playing with saturation, trying to pull. Yeah, there's no one perfect camera. That's the issue. Image. What can I play with? But play with the black level, so you can push those little sunspots out. But then I have to increase the exposure. See, I don't see those little small sunspots that they show in that solar ham page. Of course, they do show this being very small spots. Whoa, okay, back off, away from the monitor. Big black wasp just came flying in. Go find a home someplace else. Ah. Yeah, they like building nests underneath the wheel rotation of the dome, and every now and then when I start up the dome, they go buzzing. Maybe they made those up, Connie. They don't really exist. Playing contrast. And I'm pushing gamma. I mean, almost at the end of that filament, about an inch and a half to the upper right is a little black dot. That may be the area of the sunspot. And then there's another little vertical line. Those could be the two sunspot areas. I'm thinking. I'm just playing with all kinds of stuff, trying to. I just pushed up sharpness. Yeah. That is probably where those two areas are. They're not prominent like the ones over here on the right, on the left, I mean. So that's showing some nice detail now. That filament is showing detail too. One thing I haven't had a chance to do because of the moon phase. Yeah, I upped the gamma to 1.4, which darkened it up. I've contrasted max 200. The gamma goes to 1.8, so there's gamma 1.5, contrast 200. Those are both maxed out. You go across the sun. The other spot is barely visible. Like a quarter inch off the limb up at the top right corner. Yeah, and by pushing the gamma and contrast that high, it really enhanced that filament. Now I can play with black level. Lower it a little bit. Yeah, that's not a bad view now. Let me zoom on out of here. Nice. The only thing I don't like about using split cam is you can't show the mouse on the broadcast window. Webcam Max, MallinCam, if you put the mouse on the screen, it shows up in the broadcast. It doesn't do that with split cam. I wanted to try using split cam because split cam allows you to select the resolution level. I'm at the high level. With the Webcam Max, you have a preset. I was just experimenting to see if I could get a better broadcast image using split cam than Webcam Max. Rock is working with the programmers. They are trying to be able to native broadcast with this camera on NSN without having to use one of these intermediate programs. If that's the case, then it would make it very simple for anybody to use for broadcasting. Well, maybe not a bundle. I don't know how many amateur astronomers needing to buy that kind of software there are, and how much the profit there is. Who knows? Oh, well, I'm going to stop the broadcast for now, close up the dome, and vacuum all the spider webs and stuff out of here to clean it up a little bit. It's been about a month since I've cleaned this place up. And who knows? I know Rock said he was going to try to broadcast tonight. If so, I'll be watching him. If not, and it stays clear like it's not supposed to, then I'll be broadcasting tonight. Thanks for stopping by, Connie. Talk to you later.